everyone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second and 4 at the Saints' 43-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
We got 21. Hey, easy. Hey, foxtrot. 54.
Now, Breeze again. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 30.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
Easy work. It's easy work. 95-56.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He's checking.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
You draw quarter.
Brings up third
5
and
9.
5.
On third down, here's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And down to the 28-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Check. He's coming. 11. Smooth. 22. Hey, let's get in that holes.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. Traquan Smith in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Breeze now to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Sammy!
Throwing on second down. Breeze. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second and 10, Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 27. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second down and goal. Breeze dancing to his left. That one complete to Hill. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They run with Washington. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. That's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. Here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Saints take over.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. 56. Get up, get up, get up.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
56, the mark, boys, 56.
Breeze will try again on second down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Check. Over.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Throwing now is Breeze. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. And the pressure gets to him again. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. P.J. Williams with a pick. Oh, he shifts past him. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, down 2 scores in the fourth quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
A big play there out of Kamara. 57 yards on the ground. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. To throw is Breeze. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eli Apple. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. After the sack on first down, Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Breeze. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
22, he's coming, 22. Let's go kill. Go kill. Hey, orbit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
22, he's 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Good, 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 good. 5-4, ready.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And Game's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Check, check. Sammy, Sammy. Here we go, here we go. Like 22, he's coming, 22. Yo, 21, 21. Hey, 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 wahoo! 22, get that quarterback and all talk. Like 22.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check, check, check. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 49, check. Hey, break it down, fellas, break it down.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long.
Opposite.
One final try here for Breeze. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charlie.